Good morning to all of you. Okay, welcome to our class. Okay, welcome to our class today. The last time we met, we were discussing on audit finalization and review. We were discussing on audit finalization and review. And we said there are three core things that we need to do just before the year comes to an end. Okay, one of them was on the subsequent event review. Okay, the events of the reporting period. Okay, the next thing is on what referred to as the going concern review, and the last thing we'll be discussing will be on written representations. Okay, written representations. Okay, those are things. Those will be the final, okay, in quote, okay, the final activities that you can carry out as an auditor with regard to audit finalization. Okay. Last time we met, we were discussing on the subsequent event. Okay, we were discussing on the subsequent events. And this is that at the end of the day, as an auditor, you may want to assess, okay, you may want to assess, okay, what could be between the year end and the time that we do sort of let me admit some people here. Give me a minute. Okay, we were discussing, okay, that between the year end, okay, that you need to consider as an auditor, okay, those events that will occur between the year end and the time that you do issue your final audit report, okay, your final audit report, okay. And you see that, okay, there are two categories classification, or there are two categories of events, okay, that you have to consider, okay. We have the so-called the adjusting events, and you have the so-called the non-adjusting event, okay, adjusting event, and you have the non-adjusting events, okay. And you see that what you have to be careful is that if we have adjusting event, okay, and what make event to be adjusting, okay, what make that occurrence to be adjusting, okay, it's mainly because of one of the factor that could mean that maybe that event is adjusting is if it did or it is going to give us, okay, more information with regard to what was in existence, okay, is going to give us more information. It is going to give us more information of an event that was in existence, of a condition that was there in existence before the year came to an end, okay, before the year came to an end, okay. In short, it's going to tell us, okay, that, hey, okay, the following, or this transaction or this event that occurred on 14th of January, on 10th of January, okay, it indicates for us, it gives us, okay, more information in relation to what was in existence before the close of the year, okay, it was in existence before the close of the year, okay. Which means, therefore, if maybe it indicates, okay, a condition that was there in existence before the year end, then you may have to assess, okay, is it material, okay? If it is material, you may want to ask the management, they may want to ask the management to make an adjustment to the financial statement, okay? We may want to ask the management to make an adjustment to the financial statement, okay? In short, therefore, they need to make or to implement amendment to the financial statement, okay? If, however, the event does not get to us, okay, doesn't give us, okay, at all any information as at the end of the year, that 1st of December, for example, okay. However, it has occurred between the financial year end, okay, and the time that we are preparing our auditors report, okay. then that's accounted for a known and just event. Okay, it does not give us information. It does not give us information in relation to the condition, okay, of the company as at the end of the year. Okay, so that is a known and adjusting event. Okay. However, if it is material, then of course we may want to check as whether the company has made adequate disclosure on its notes and financial statement when presenting the financial statement. Okay. Okay, we went ahead and gave examples. Okay, we went to say also that your main concern as an auditor, okay, your main concern as an auditor are those events that do indicate to us, okay, those events that will occur between the year end, okay, as well as the year end and the time that you issue your final auditor's report, okay. Those that's when you have an active duty, okay. So you must, in quote, go out, okay, and look for those events. You're the one, you have an active responsibility between the year end and the auditor's report. If you have already prepared the auditor's report, okay, you have given it the those charged governance in the company, then you have what called a passive responsibility. Okay, so you don't need, as per se, okay, go out or use or whatever substantive procedure to go and look out for those events. Okay, since you already prepared the event. But in case you become aware of them, then of course you have to consider, okay, making the necessary inquiry from the management, okay, as to whether they have made the adjustment, okay, they have effected the adjustments, okay. Okay, we went ahead also discuss what if now the market refused to make the amendment, okay, then you may have to consider as to whether you shall be qualifying, okay, or modifying the final auditor's report, okay, qualifying or modifying the final auditor's report, okay. So in case there is no amendment, okay, if the management make the amendment, what do you do? Okay, so you may have, for example, perform further audit procedures on the areas that have been affected, okay? And of course, you issue a new tax report. If they don't make the amendment, and this is a material adjusting event, then of course you may consider as to maybe should I be modifying my opinion? Okay, no, this is material adjusting event. So consider as to whether you will be modifying the final auditor's report. Okay. And of course, you notify the management and those charge governance as to your intention of modifying the final auditor's report. Okay, if, for example, you've already given out the auditor's report, then consider what should I do in order to ensure the users who have already obtained the previous copy of the report, put their own copy, okay, how they shall not be relying on that auditor's report which you have already given out to the users of the financial statement. Okay. Okay, I think you mentioned that between the year end and the time you have your final auditor's report, that's the active duty part. Okay, after that you call the passive duty part. Okay. Today I want us to discuss on ISA 570, referred to as the going concern review. Okay, the going concern review. Now, generally, when company do prepare their financial statement, okay, is upon the management, or it is the responsibility, okay, of the management to prepare the accounts, the book, okay, using the appropriate financial, using the appropriate basis, okay, using the appropriate accounting basis, okay. If the company or if the management, okay, they have no intention of closing down the company, okay, so the management has no intention of closing down the company conventionally in the next 12 months, okay, and at the same time, the company is still, or the company will still be in operation for the next 12 months, okay, then you assume the company is a going concern, okay, that the company is, or the company will be in operation. So whatever operation the company is involved in, okay, the company shall be able to deliver, okay, on that particular activity, okay, then we do say the company is a going concern. Okay, the company will be in operation into the foreseeable future. Okay, conventionally, as I mentioned, for the next 12 months. Can this company be? Is this company still will be in operation in the next 12 months? Okay, if it is, okay, and there is no intention by the management to close down, okay, then the company or the management are meant to prepare the financial statement on the going concern basis. Okay, on the going concern basis. If otherwise, that is, if the company management want to cease operation in the next 3 months, okay, or if the company there's no chance the company shall survive, okay, in the next 12 months, then what basis should the company prepare accounts on? And I've already given it here. And if, for example, okay, the company will not be in operation in the next few months, okay, in the next 12 months, or the company management have the intention of closing down, then they may prepare the accounts of the company on what referred to as the breakup basis, okay, or referred to as the breakup basis. Okay? So if the company will be in operation, okay, if the company will be in operation into the foreseeable future, and the management have no intention of closing down that farm, it means therefore what do you do? We prepare the accounts of the company on the going concern basis. That is, the company can be able to it is possible for the company to be able to realize, okay, any future potential cash flow arising from that particular account. If otherwise, okay, if otherwise, that is the company, you as management or the company cannot be in operation in the next foreseeable into the foreseeable future in the next 12 months, okay, then you're meant to prepare the accounts on what referred to as the breakup basis. Also referred to as, what are the terms we normally refer to the breakup basis? Sick. Jeff. Hey, Jeff. Hey, you come to class and you leave immediately after that. Emma.
Yes.
Yes. So if the company will not be in operation into the next 12 months, okay, that the company will close down at the end of 7th month, at the end of that month, okay, then we are meant to prepare that. You cannot prepare the accounts of the company on the going concern basis, okay, because generally the minimum period, okay, is 12 months or one financial year, okay. Now in that case, therefore, you're going to prepare the accounts on what referred to as the break-up basis, also referred to as
the winding up basis of the, you prepare them according to the what you'll realize when you sell maybe the assets.
The assets, in case you liquidate the assets, the so-called also the liquidation basis, okay. So those are the conventional terms that are normally used, okay. That the company is going to sell off, okay. You cannot prepare, okay. You cannot prepare the accounts of the company on the historical cost basis, okay. You cannot prepare the accounts of the company using the historical cost basis. So you prepare them on liquidation basis, okay, time can be on realization basis, okay. You're going to be realizing, you're going to be, for example, if the company has a motor vehicle, how much can this motor vehicle fetch if you are to sell it to the market today, okay. So you're going to be preparing on what was the breakup basis, wind down basis, liquidation basis, realization basis, whatever, okay. So generally is how much can the asset of the company, once they are disposed of in the market today, how much can they be able to fetch, okay. So again, will be preparing on the amount that can be realized from the disposal of those assets, not on historical cost basis, okay. Don't forget, not on the case of the going concern, where you do prepare on the going concern basis. You do prepare based on the historical cost basis, okay. However, here you may prepare using the liquidation basis, okay. As I mentioned, the reference ISA is ISA 570, okay. Let me just share that ISA, okay, the few paragraphs, okay. So let's go through it. ISA 570. Okay, so this is the ISA 570 going concern. Okay, going concern as our ISA 570. As I just mentioned, okay, that the company, okay, that we do view that the company will be in operation. Okay, the company will be in operation. Okay, that's point number 2. So let me, so give me a minute. Get my pen. Then under the going concern basis, the entity is assumed. Yes. Okay, the entity is assumed is viewed as continuing, okay, in business for this foreseeable future. Because sometimes the examiner is going to ask you, what does the going concern assumption imply? Okay, what does the going concern assumption imply? Okay, it simply implies that the company will be in operation. Okay, the company will be in operation into the foreseeable future. Okay, the company should be operating. Okay, into the foreseeable future. Okay. The general purpose financial instruments are prepared on a going concern basis unless the management intend to liquidate the entity or cease operations. Okay, unless this has come to the attention, okay, of the users, the attention of the auditor that the company want to cease operation, then actually, this is one of the matter that you shall be asking the management or those child governors during when writing your written representations. Okay, when asking the auditor, when asking the management to provide you with written representations. Okay, this is part and parcel of the intention of the management. No one else is going to give you this. Okay, you have to go and ask the management. Okay, to provide you with this, for example, this information as to is there any intention on their side to close down the company operation. Okay, so this is one of the matters that you may want to confirm from those charged with governance. Okay. Okay, then we get here a point. There's a point here. Generally, as per IFRS, okay, you're meant in most of the cases, as per the IFRS, okay, financial reporting framework. Don't forget here we use the IFRS, okay, the international financial financial reporting standards. Okay, don't forget your main prepare the accounts of the going concern basis. Okay, so for our case here, okay, it's a must, not an option. Okay, it's a must. Okay, the company, the special purpose financial statement may or may not be prepared in accordance with the in accordance with the financial reporting framework for which the going concern basis is relevant. However, for the IFRS, it's always, unless maybe this condition have met here. Okay, for example, the money has made an intention of closing down. Okay, or maybe the company want to cease operation in the next future. If that's not the case, then the company must prepare, okay, the accounts on the going concern basis. Okay. When the use of, so this here, when the use of the going concern assumption is appropriate, assets and liability recorded on the basis that the entity will be able to realize its assets and discharge its liability in the normal course of business. In the normal course of business, okay, that term there, in the normal course of business. If that does not be the case, okay, then you're meant to prepare on the liquidation basis, the one I just mentioned. Okay, you're meant to prepare the accounts on the liquidation basis. Okay, on the liquidation basis. Okay. Generally, I think we're going to see it a lot. Okay, is that as per IFRS, okay, it contains an explicit requirement. Okay, IFRS it contains an explicit requirement. Okay, for the management to be able to make, or they must make, okay, an assessment of the company ability to continue as a going concern. If, for example, we are auditing the accounts in the year 2020, okay, it does not mean that the accounts or the going concern must be done on the end of the year. It must be done on, let's say, that 1st of December. Okay, it can be done at any point in time during the year. Okay, so the accounts or those charity governors, okay, can decide if you're going to do our assessment maybe in the month of June, in the month of September, okay, whatever time they want to make that assessment. However, the assessment need to be done. The assessment need to be done. Okay. Irrespective of when it can be done. Okay, it is not a must. For example, the assessment is done on, let's say, that 1st of December. If it can be done at that point, maybe they're better off. However, it does not mean that the assessment cannot be done before that. Okay, it can be done before that. Okay. IS1 requires the management. IS1 requires the management to make an assessment of the entity going concern as going concern. The requirement, the detailed requirements regarding management responsibility to assess the entry update to continue going concern and related refinances may also be set out in laws and regulation, okay, as per the provisions of the Kenya Companies Act, okay. But generally, okay, it is more towards the financial reporting framework that requires us to prepare the accounts on the going concern basis, okay. Okay, so for IFRS, that's a must, okay. So point number 4, as per se, may not apply to us. Sorry. Okay. Just point number 5. The manual assessment of the entity to continue as a going concern. The manual assessment of the entity to continue as a going concern involve making a judgment. Okay, it's a matter of judgment. Don't forget. Okay, we're trying to judge that maybe in the next 12 months, are we going to still be in operation? No one knows. Don't forget, the future is very uncertain. Okay, the future is very uncertain. However, you have to make a judgment. Okay, in the next 12 months, in the next one financial year, are you going to be in operation? Okay, so it is a management who are meant to make that assessment. It is a management who are meant to make that judgment. Okay, as to whether they shall still be in operation into the next foreseeable future. Okay. At a particular time point, in time, okay, as I mentioned, the assessment can be done even before. Okay, it is not a must that the assessment is done on that 1st of December or at the year end. It is at a particular point in time that on 1st of June, the company was a going concern. Okay, and on the 1st of September, the company was a going concern. So the assessment can be done at any point in time. At any point in time. Open here. Sorry, let me get it. Okay, so you make an assessment. Okay, make an assessment. Let me go back to the previous paragraph. Make an assessment about making a judgment about inherently. Okay, making a judgment about inherently uncertain future outcome of events or condition. Uncertain future outcome of events or condition. Okay. Outcome of future events or condition. Okay. As I just mentioned, don't forget at the end of the day, it's a matter of making judgment. Okay, it's a matter of making judgment as to whether can the company still be in operation into the foreseeable future. So what do you consider? Okay, as you make this judgment, don't forget it is not you as an auditor, it is a management who are making this judgment. Okay, your work as an auditor, okay, is more towards reviewing whether the company use of going concern assumption was appropriate. Okay, your work as the auditor is reviewing, going concern review. So the assessment as to whether the companies are going concern, that's the work of the management. Your work is to review as whether the company use of going concern assumption was appropriate. Okay, was the company use of going concern assumption appropriate under the circumstances? And so the management, as they make that judgment, the management, not you as an auditor, the management, okay, what do they consider? They consider the degree of uncertainty regarding those future events, okay, regarding the outcome of those future events, okay. If the degree of uncertainty is quite high, then they may want to review, should we or should the company continue using the going concern assumption, okay. If the uncertainty is very high, okay, about those future outcome, and assume that the potential outcome, okay, is going to have a material impact on the company operations, then you may want to consider, okay, as to whether the company should continue using the going concern assumption. Okay, there's a future event occurring, and the degree of uncertainty about the outcome of that event is quite significant. Okay, is quite material. Then you may want to consider as to whether the company should continue using the going concern. Okay. Because if it's really uncertain, okay, that if, for example, there's a law, okay, that is about to be implemented, okay, so we don't know, first of all, okay, assume that the law is, I don't know, in the fourth stage or the whatever stage it is, okay, in the parliament, okay, that might mean that the company operation will become illegal. Okay. A simple example, okay, in the case of the plastic industry, okay, those companies that used to manufacture plastics, okay, now that is in itself is uncertain event, okay, that is before the law was implemented, okay. So you as a manager, you may want to consider, okay. Now, if this law is about to be passed, we don't know whether it's going to get garner the number of votes or not. But if it's going to garner the number of votes and become law, what does it mean to our operation? It might mean we cease operation. It might mean that that becomes the end of our business, okay. Now, therefore, as an auditor, what do? Okay? As a management, first of all, therefore, they should re-evaluate whether they should still continue using the going concern assumption. Okay? Now, you as an auditor, after that, you'll be coming to evaluate as to whether the company use of the going concern assumption was appropriate. Okay. For that reason, just here, for that reason, most financial reporting frameworks require an explicit message money assessment, okay, specifying the period for which the money is required to take into account all relevant information. So more or less about the disclosure of the notes of financial statement. Okay. So we are going to later on we shall see, okay, on some accounts of Mumias Sugar, okay, that's okay. Here it becomes part and parcel. No, actually, let me just download the accounts of Mumias Sugar, okay, so that you see one of what do you mean by this, okay, where the money discusses those feature and certain event, okay. So give me a minute, I look for the accounts of Mumias Sugar, okay. Let me confirm so they can see my screen. Let me check. David.
Yes.
You can see my screen clearly.
Yes, I can see your screen.
Okay, and it's clear. Okay, so these accounts for Mumias Sugar for the year 2014. Okay, these are the accounts for Mumias Sugar for the year 2014, and this is the report of the auditor. Okay, in this year, the auditors were Deloitte and Touche. Okay, those are the auditors for Mumias Sugar in this year. Okay, suppose the company, okay, so for many of the years, past years, they've been having issues regarding the company. The company to remain afloat. Okay, maybe just to I want to go to the going concern part, okay? I want to go to the going concern part, okay? So they have all those, this as per the old ISA 700, okay? But let me just go to the emphasis of matter, where the auditor is trying to emphasize something, okay? Now in this paragraph, okay, you're saying, we draw attention to note 3 to the financial statement which describe the going concern basis of preparation of financial statement, okay? So yeah, the user here, the auditor is attempting or is trying to draw attention of the users of the financial statement, okay, towards a key matter, okay, and what is this key matter? Is the going concern basis of preparation of the financial statement, okay. What do we include in this paragraph? What do we include in what called the emphasis of matter? Okay, whatever you think in your own judgment, okay, it's worth enough for the users to become aware of. Okay, to become aware of. Okay, so you do include it in your final report. Okay, and notice one of the matter you think is good enough. It's the going concern basis of preparing the financial statement. So let me just go through to note 3. Okay, so note 3. So let me go to note 3 of the accounts for this company. Okay, so this is more a discussion towards the going concern and what has the management done, okay, more or less to say that the company will be a going concern. Okay, so we'll go to 3. Note 3. Where is this? Okay, so note 3. Now here is the management. It is the management, okay, doing the discussion on the going concern. Okay, we have said that you have to consider, okay, those uncertain future events. Now here as management, you come now and discuss what are these uncertain future events, okay, that we are considering. So you have a detailed discussion on what are these future events, okay. Okay, for example, the company directors, so I'm just trying to go through the notes, okay, on what the company this year was saying, okay. The directors acknowledges that during the year ended 30th June 2014, the company incurred a loss of 2.7 billion. Okay? And she'll discuss it alone. Okay, one of the key things that might mean that maybe you're not a going concern company is in case you have been making losses for quite significant period of time. Okay, you've been making losses for the last 5 years, for the last 6 years. Okay, if that's the situation, then it might cast doubt. Okay, as to whether you as a company you'll be in operation into the foreseeable future. Okay, so it might doesn't mean that there is doubt. Okay, but it might cast doubt that you might not be a going concern company. Okay, the company's current liability exceeds the company current assets. Ensure therefore they have what called a negative net working capital. Okay, that's another indicator. Okay, so in short here, in this particular note, okay, I'll not go through it the entire of it. Okay, in this particular note, okay, it is now the management, the directors, or simply those the so-called those charge governors discussing, okay, those things that might mean the company is not going concern. So you discuss, okay, what are these things that might cast doubt as to whether the company is a going concern. Okay, so they have a discussion, as well as in the same discussion they discuss these are what might cast doubt on a going concern, and this is what we are doing, okay, to ensure we are out of that position, okay, as soon as possible. Okay, a discussion on what do we do, what are we doing as management, okay, to ensure that we are out of that hole, okay, maybe the next 6 months before the year comes to an end. Okay, so this is going to be what's called the responsibility of the management in relation to the going concern. Okay, your main work as an auditor is to review whether the company use of going concern assumption is appropriate. Okay, so you can try to download these accounts. Okay, these are accounts for Mia Sugar for the year 2014. Okay, and you can find them on the internet for sure. Okay, anyway, so let me go back to notes. Okay, on ISA 530. Okay, also you need to consider the size and the complexity of the entity as you do consider this uncertain future event. Okay, consider the size and the complexity of the entity. Okay, the nature and the condition of the business. Okay, consider also the degree to which it is affected by external factors. Okay, of course, the more external factors affecting this future event. Okay. Don't forget, discussing about the future event, okay? The future event, uncertain future event, okay? Also, in judgment about the future is based on the information available at that point in time. Info available at that point in time when the judgment is being made. Okay? So the company actually, and they're going concern on, let's say, 1st of September, but by that 1st of December, it is not a going concern. Don't forget. But it does not mean that the management, okay, have sort of defrauded the users, okay, of the accounts. No, okay. The company can be a going concern at this particular date when the assessment was done. The assessment was done, for example, on 1st of September. Okay. However, by the time the accounts are being prepared, maybe the company is not going concern. But does it mean the accounts that the management did not fulfill their responsibility? No, it does not mean that the management did not fulfill their responsibility. Okay. Okay. So we're going to go to our notes. Okay. Now, when it comes to reviewing, okay, when it comes to making the review, okay, of the company going concern, have you said the main work as you have an auditor is more towards reviewing whether the company use of going concern assumption basis the company use of going concern assumption basis in preparing the financial statement was appropriate. Okay, that is your main responsibility. Towards the management, their main responsibility, okay, is more towards assessing as to whether the company, with management is assessing whether the company is a going concern. Okay, should we prepare the accounts on a going concern basis? That's the work of the management. Now, when it comes to reviewing the going concern, okay, what do we look for? Okay, so you're going to classify some of what we call the things you need to look out for as an auditor. Okay, what we call the indicators of the going concern issues. Okay, you're going to classify them in 3 categories. One of them is called the financial indicator. okay, you call the financial indicator. We have the operational indicators, okay, and here we call others. Okay, so you're going to classify them into those three main categories. Okay, financial, operational, and others. Okay. Now, financial indicators, okay? What do you mean by financial indicators? Financial indicators simply means they are going to be indicating financial status of the entity, okay? They're going to either represent cash flows, represent assets of the company, represent liability, represent income, expenses, losses, okay? So they are more towards they're going to assess them, okay, from a financial metric way, okay? So it's a financial measure, okay? So again, we're assessing whether the company is going concern basis using financial measures. Okay. Now to us, we shall come back to them, all of them, okay. Then we have all the operations, okay. Okay. These are things that they're things that might be affecting the company possibility, the company probability, okay, of continuing in operations, okay. Let's say, for example, there's huge competition in the market, okay. So this is about operations of the company, okay. Loss of one of their key management without replacement, okay. So all these come therefore, okay, one of the operational indicators. It does not mean the company is not making profit, okay. However, the things that might mean they might not be able to make profits, okay. So those things that might prevent you from being able to make profit, for example, okay. So we're going to refer to as the operational indicators, okay. Then you have to call others, okay. So others are going to be changes in law, for example, you have a catastrophe, okay, I don't know, terrorism, all those things, okay, that are going to occur, I would call other indicators of the company not being a going concern, okay. So let me go back to the ISA, okay. Now we discuss these indicators in detail, okay. We discuss these indicators in detail. Okay. But before we do that, okay, let's first go through what we already gone through, okay, in the ISA, okay. We said that the key responsibility of the management in relation to going concern, okay, is assessment of the entity's ability to continue as a going concern, okay, which covers essentially at least 12-month period, okay. So it is the management who are meant to make that assessment. It is the man who makes that. They don't review. Don't forget, reviewing the going concern assumption. The use of the going concern assumption is the work of the auditor. The work of the management is assessing where the company is a going concern. Okay. So as an auditor, okay, what's the main work? Your main work is to obtain sufficient, appropriate audit evidence, okay, regarding the company, the manual use of the going concern assumption. Okay, in short, you review. Okay, as to whether your main work is obtain sufficient, appropriate audit evidence. Okay, to assess whether the company or the manual use of going concern assumption was appropriate. Okay, that's your main work. So need to gather evidence. Okay, of course, the evidence you gather is through those indicators. Okay, we shall discuss it a lot. Okay, you assess as to whether is there any of potential events occurring, okay, that might mean that, okay, the companies are going concern. So look out for those indicators, okay, look out for those indicators, okay. Conclude with the material uncertainty, okay. Material uncertainty exists due to events or conditions that may cast doubt on the company ability to continue as a going concern, okay. What called material uncertainty, okay. As I mentioned, I think I did mention, okay, that you may have to consider as the auditor, okay, these future events occurring, okay, and we are uncertain, okay, we are uncertain of the outcome of that future event, if it is material, if the potential impact, okay, is going to have a material effect on the company, chance of being concerned, then we refer to it as material uncertainty. Okay, you refer to it as material uncertainty. Okay, so in case we have those future events, okay, that can be deemed to have a material uncertainty, okay, then what do? Okay, we need to make an assessment that does it mean that this material uncertainty mean the company is not going concern? So it's you to make that assessment as the auditor, to make that conclusion as the auditor, to make as to whether the company will not be a going concern because of the existence of this material uncertainty. No, actually, let's I'll come back later on here, okay, in just a minute. They determine whether the implication, okay, on the report of the auditor. If, for example, the company has prepared the accounts on the going concern basis, okay, if the company has prepared the accounts on the going concern basis, and the company and the going concern was inappropriate, okay, so the company management has prepared the accounts on a going concern basis. However, that was inappropriate use. Okay, the company was meant to use the liquidation basis. Now you consider, okay, of course, before you, of course, you pass on you give the opinion, you need to tell the user, you need to tell the governance, those child governance, okay, that hey, you have prepared the accounts on a going concern basis. However, the accounts of the company need to be prepared under the liquidation basis. Okay. So in short, therefore, you're trying to tell them, hey, you need to revisit the basis of prepared accounts. If they don't make the adjustment, then of course you prepare the accounts, for example, modifying your final report. We shall discuss it, okay? But essentially, that's what's going to happen, okay? If the company use of going concern basis was inappropriate, then you may need to consider modifying your final audit report. Okay? What is the modification? Telling the users the accounts of the company do not, for example, present true and a fair view of the company, finance position, financial performance, and cash flows. So, that is your responsibility in relation to the going concern. Obtain the evidence, consider or conclude as to the material, the existence of material uncertainty, and consider determine the implication that all this will be having on your final audit report. So I wanted to define, okay, the material uncertainty. Okay, so let's go to the ISA. We see how the ISA define that to be. Okay, let me share the ISA again. So 517, material uncertainty. Find it, search. Okay, we have mentioned this. Let me just re-emphasize. The auditor's responsibility is to obtain sufficient appropriate audit evidence, okay, about the appropriateness of the manner and use of the going concern assumption. Okay, obtain evidence as to whether the manner use of going concern assumption was appropriate. Also consider, conclude whether there's sufficient, there's a material uncertainty about the company able to continue as a going concern. Okay, I think I already mentioned that. Now, I wanted us to just check on what we mean by material uncertainty. Okay, what we mean by material uncertainty. Okay, we discussed the three main work of the auditor. Okay, obtain sufficient appropriate audit evidence. Okay, conclude based on evidence. Okay, on the material uncertainty. Determine the implication and this will have on the final auditor's report. Okay, you have just mentioned that. Okay, so material uncertainty. That's what I want us to define what it means. It is okay. Material uncertainty exists when the magnitude of its potential impact and likelihood of occurrence is such that, in the auditor's judgment, a proper disclosure of the nature, the implication of the uncertainty is necessary. Okay, that's what I mean by Okay, we mean by material uncertainty. Okay, material uncertainty. Okay, well, just like this, what has happened here? Let me check. It is okay. Magnitude of potential impact and likelihood of occurrence is such that in the reader's judgment, appropriate disclosure of the nature and the implication of the uncertainty is necessary. Okay. So now we take that note. Okay. What we mean by a material uncertainty. Okay. That it's a future event. Okay. Of uncertain future event. Okay. Whose potential impact you're trying to see. Okay. What's the impact of the existence of this future uncertain event? Okay. What's its potential impact? Okay. What's the size of if assume that this is a pending court case, okay? If is a pending legal suit that have been filed against the company, what if, for example, the company is in court forced to by the court of law, okay, to pay damages maybe to the customer or to the suppliers? What is the potential cash outflow that will occur? Okay, how much money is the company going to be asked to pay for damages? Okay, 10 million, 20 million. Okay, if the potential outcome, maybe they're asked to pay 100 million, and the total, and the company total value is 50 million, then that means therefore, if that that court case is going to go against you, then you're out of business. You can't even pay the supplier. You can't even pay the damages from all your assets. Okay, because your assets are only 50 million. The potential cash outflow pay from the damages the court has awarded to the respondent, okay, to the plaintiff, okay, is 100 million. So that means therefore you're out of business as a company, okay. So that's called the magnitude of the potential impact, okay. And the likelihood that will occur, okay, is such that as an author, you think it's worth enough for the users to become aware of it, okay. It is worth enough for the users to become aware of it, okay. That's what we mean by material uncertainty. Okay, material uncertainty. So consider the size or the magnitude of the potential impact, its chance of occurrence. Okay, and you think in your own judgment it's worth enough, for example, for the users to become aware of it through a disclosure. Okay, through appropriate disclosures on the face of the financial statement. Okay, that's all what referred to as the material uncertainty. Material uncertainty. Okay, in the old question, okay, you might find it called inherent uncertainty. Okay, so more or less is in the old ISA, that's what we refer to as. Okay, so sometimes you may find a question written in your question box, for example, define what we mean by inherent uncertainty in relation to the going concern. Okay, I think I've seen this question being asked in the past. Okay, what we mean by material uncertainty. Okay, so now it's 9:15. Okay, it's 9:15. I guess we can take a short break. David.
Yes.
So we can take a short break.
Yeah, till 9:30.
Till 9:30. Okay, fair enough. We'll take a short break, then meet at 9:30. Okay, thank you.